Hey guys, welcome to this session. Topic is soil, and we are discussing about soil properties. Specifically, we are in the chemical properties of soil. The past video, we discussed some of the chemical properties of soil, such as the cation exchange capacity, soil reaction, soil salinity, we listed all of them. CN ratio, that is carbon to nitrogen ratio, soil fertility, and the soil organic matter. I've already discussed the cation exchange capacity, soil reaction, and the soil salinity. So today let's see CN ratio, that is the carbon to nitrogen ratio and the soil fertility. Starting with the carbon to nitrogen CN ratio. Now this term carbon nitrogen ratio, CN ratio, simply it refers to the ratio of the weight of the organic carbon to the weight of the nitrogen which are present in the soil or in an organic substance. So it simply refers to the uh, just a ratio, that proportion of weight of the organic carbon to the weight of the nitrogen which are present in the soil. Now, organic substances which contain a lot of protein are there, which are there for nitrogen, are said to have narrow CN ratio, while those which have lower amount of nitrogen are said to have wide CN ratio. So there you can tell the difference of these two of the organic substances. Now, plant tissues with the narrow CN ratio, they decompose more rapidly than those with the wide CN ratio. In other words, you can say that the plant tissues which are enriched in nitrogen, example, the legumes plants, they decompose more rapidly than those with the low nitrogen content. The legume crops have the ability to raise the nitrogen content of the soil through the action of the nitrogen fixing bacteria living in their root nodules. Now, from there, you can see that this ratio is important as to know the kind of plant that can survive or can just exist how within a given soil. Let's see soil fertility. Soil fertility, simply this is the ability of the soil to supply nutrients required by plants in the adequate quantities and correct proportions. This is the other kind of chemical property of soil. Now, it's simply just soil fertility is just that capability of the soil to supply the required, needed, or amounted nutrients that a plant requires in adequate quantities and in correct proportions. Now, among these nutrients which these plants require, there are those that are required in large quantities and therefore they are called the macronutrients, and the rest that are required in small proportions or small quantities are the ones that are called the micronutrients. Now, in a fertile soil, production is high at start, but diminish rapidly later due to the exhaustion of the soil reserve of the nutrients. Now, simply in order to maintain the production, fertilizers needed to be applied frequently to the soil just to maintain the amount of the nutrients that are required by the plant. So the amounts and the kinds of fertilizers that need to be applied to the soil depend on the nature of the fertility of the soil. So the nature of the fertility of the soil will determine which kind of fertilizers you want to apply just to have a correct proportion of the nutrients that a plant needs to grow and develop. So I hope it's clear, guys. Thank you for listening. We've briefly discussed the two chemical properties of soil, that carbon nitrogen ratio, CN ratio, and the soil fertility. In our next video, we'll finish the chemical properties of soil, that is we'll discuss it, and it will be our last and our final kind of property of the soil. Thank you.